Jaguar Land Rover have announced plans to invest £15 billion or 19 billion US dollars over the next 5 years in electric vehicles in a bid to catch up with its rivals. The move comes as Jaguar Land Rover seeks to shift to selling only electric cars with a new full electric Jaguar set to launch in 2025. The four-door GT will cost more than £100,000 or 124,000 US dollars and will be built at the automaker's Solihull plant in central England. Thanks to Alice Nichols, who has joined on Patreon, and Bronwyn Baker, who joined as a member on YouTube. I'm incredibly touched that you decided to support the channel, or anybody who has even thought about buying me a coffee. I'm not somebody who has hundreds or thousands of supporters at all, so it really helps me get by. So I can make these videos every day, and I'm really hoping to make enough money from YouTube so that I can just make these videos for my day job. I must say that I'm very touched by the generosity. It takes a long time researching to make these videos so that I can deliver the truth that maybe the mainstream media are not giving people. And anybody that joins on Patreon or YouTube memberships, or anybody that buys me a coffee, is able to just get in touch with me and say hi or ask any questions they want to. Jaguar Land Rover is also planning to turn its Halewood plant in northwest England into an all-electric manufacturing facility, where it will build an all-electric Range Rover SUV from 2025. The company will retool its engine manufacturing factory in Wolverhampton to produce electric drive units and assemble battery packs. Jaguar Land Rover will also be the main customer for the battery cells from a company called Tata Motors, and they are considering building the plant in Spain or Britain. I've no clue why Spain, because Tata Motors is an Indian multinational manufacturing company based in Mumbai in India. So if you're making batteries for an English company that build their cars in England, it makes sense to make them in the UK somewhere to avoid the crossing from France, where we know things can take a long time to get through. And that would be after a large drive to get to Dover and Calais, all the way from Spain. So they must have some good reason for this. I don't know what it is. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas at all. The automaker will retain the metal stamping facilities at its Castle Bromwich, or Bromwich, I'm thinking people are going to say Bromwich, site, where it currently produces the Jaguar sedans and the F-Type sports car. Although the company said it continues to explore options for the rest of the facility. Jaguar Land Rover had previously announced plans to invest £2.5 billion a year on electrification, but the pressure on automakers to electrify quickly is picking up, particularly in China, where competition is moving faster and the pressure to cut prices is getting more intense. Hence why they have decided to invest $19 billion or £15 billion. While Jaguar Land Rover launched its well-received full electric I-Pace in 2018, which was stunning, it was a really nice looking car, the company has not launched any other zero-emission models since then, which is strange, I think. German rivals Mercedes-Benz and BMW have already rolled out a number of electric models. So Jaguar Land Rover reported a quarterly profit in January, but the company has been hit harder than other major car makers by the pandemic and the semiconductor chip shortage, as larger rivals have greater leverage on suppliers. So that kind of makes sense, I think. In the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2022, Jaguar Land Rover sold 376,000 units, which was 39% below its fiscal 2018 year. The last year for which it reported a full year profit. Aims to be net cash flow positive by financial year 2025 and have double-digit earnings before interest and taxes, or EBIT as they call it, by 2026, according to CEO Adrian Mardell. The company said on Wednesday that it was targeting a double-digit EBIT margin by 2026, with its last quarterly EBIT margin standing at 3.7% overall. Jaguar Land Rover's significant investment in electric vehicles and its shift to selling only electric cars demonstrate the company's commitment to reducing its carbon footprint and keeping up with its rivals. Though, in all fairness, they don't have a choice because after 2030, manufacturers are not allowed to register non-electric vehicles in the UK, for example. So they don't really have a choice. I hope this video has been interesting. Give it a like if it was, and any questions or input, write it in the comments below, because this channel is a bit like a community. People often write comments and then other people comment on those comments, and I learn a huge amount from people chipping in. Remember to subscribe if you are keen to stay updated on the latest electric vehicle news from around the world.